with you. Here again, under the spotlight, we are here again they are actually here to do a monitoring assessment of the activities of Spotlight. And they felt they need to see some key persons, gatekeepers that have actually been supporting the process. And that's why we said, okay, looking at from the Sultanate Council and the Traditional Institution, there's nobody that is actually right or perfect to discuss on the role of traditional leaders and Sultanate with regards to the protection of women and children. Also looking at Spotlight, if you want to go specific, and that's why we are here. So I think I will hand over to Women Affairs and also to the team lead, Mr. Yinka, to continue the process.
Thank you. This is my first time. I've heard about your office and the great job you do. Was he a resident of the award?
No,
yes.
The Sultan. He collected in behalf of the Sultan.
Okay, great. I'm
yes.
happy.
Yes.
Because I was just trying to, I know there were 3 persons, the governor.
Okay, no,
well, is it
yes.
He for she. Okay, fine. Yes, he for she. Yes, you decide.
He for she. Yeah, he for she.
Yeah, yes.
Yes. I'm happy. Because if not, then they will can cancel and redo it. Thank you so much, sir, for your energy, towards the cause of women and girls. Thank you for being a champion. Our visit here is just to thank you. For me, I really wanted to be here to see you because I've always just heard the stories. I have read all your pictures, up here. And when we were in Adamawa, we heard of you also. Amazing stories in Adamawa, so far there, but yet, your reach is great. In fact, it was from Adamawa, who is this person that is so fantastic, are doing a whole lot of, you're not there, but again, some NGOs that work with the Sultanate and all that, it's just a great testimony we have there. So we are very excited. This is our second trip to Sokoto. I'm here with some number of UN agencies from Abuja. We are part of the Spotlight initiative at that level. We have UN women here.
Okay.
Then,
Gloria Elisa from UNFPA and my colleague Umar also from UNFPA.
Okay, then also here we have also give advisory for. We'll be here. We started today. We'll be here till Thursday. We'll be leaving on Friday. So we just said we have to see you to congratulate you one more time. And like she said, maybe take 1 or 2 advisory. Then we'll do the last place before we close for today. So thank you so much, sir, for standing up. I know this is not the best time most men will want to stand up for women because of the patriarchy and all kinds of stuff. But we are very grateful we have an ally and a friend, in you to move Sokoto State forward, in terms of development of women and the girl child. Thank you, sir. Over to you, sir.
For the kindness towards women, anger against violence against women. It has been a very nice day for me today to receive you. This is in appreciation of the little effort we provide for the safety of our girl child. I've always been listening. I'm probably taking action if I can to see that children are not abused. There could be girls, there could be boys. I always tell them stories about such inhuman acts of certain bad people. In any society, there are good, there are bad people. We, the good people, we should try to wipe out, if possible, or reduce it to the barest minimum. Just recently, I was so disturbed by a young girl, just about 18 years, raped by a brother of her mother. She was 38. She went to pray Salah to express greetings for Salah, and then he used her and he destroyed her. The person or the mother took the child to Kano for medical treatment. There she gave up. She died. So these things happen, and people try to cover. Even the mother wanted not to inform anybody because of the relationship, blood relationship. I advised her not to care with blood relationship. Let her take legal action against her own brother, full brother, because he didn't think it was insane to do this kind of thing to anybody, let alone your blood brother or sister. I don't know how far they have gone about the legal case, but I advised her strongly not to give it or leave it to Allah. As people say, Allah. Allah enjoined us to get our right through legal processes. So it's not wrong to execute or to take to court any case that involves raping or abuse of women. So these things happen. I can remember well some time ago, maybe about last year, another boy who was just a teenager, maybe his parents sent him to Abuja to obtain better education. Unfortunately for him or for them or for the family, that boy was raped several times to a time that he can't sit on his buttocks. So he was brought home and he died on the way home because of the intensity of the rape by some maybe old men, oldish men or whatever. Because there are certain beliefs that if you rape a boy or whatever, you may likely be the richest man on earth. So all these things, ignorance and irreligiosity make people commit things that are unimaginable. But it's the responsibility of all of us to see that this menace is wiped out in our society. We have the culture of keeping silent whatever happens to us. We have the culture of saying we leave everything to God, not knowing that it's God who also enjoins us to fight for our right. So these things continue, but I believe the Ministry of Women Affairs is doing its best, plus other organizations in the country are doing their best to see that these things are reduced at least to the barest minimum, so that the society will move forward. If we begin to destroy our grown-up children, then by the turn of the century there will be no children to be educated for the development of the nations at large. So we will continue our best. In fact, I always keep saying, His Eminence the Sultan of Sokoto has given a strong warning to all the village and district heads in the state. Anybody who tries to cover any act of rape or abuse, any district head who collaborates with this, with the victor, he will lose his title. At the same time, he will be tried in the court for justice to be done. So anybody who does that will lose his title, and he will be sent to court for justice to be executed on him. So that's why now no district head or village head will connive with the person who does the raping, just in try to collect some amount from him. So before then, parents and the village or district head will connive and probably bribe the father of the daughter so that he doesn't go to the court, he doesn't tell anybody. So now things have come down, I believe, even though I don't have statistics before me, perhaps these things are now not going up. Even if they are not coming down, they are not going up. But earlier, before then, every day you hear it, or even over the radio, that some girls or some boys have been raped, this and that and that. And the parents and the victim's father or mother sit and negotiate. Now this is not done, at least not to our notice. And our eyes are open to find any village or district heads who is involved in this kind of situation and will be dealt with accordingly. So this is the little effort we are making. Always also make sure we attend any discussion on this, either from the Women Affairs or any other Muslim or any other organizations in the country, especially in Sokoto State, so that we get our state free of victimization of little girls and abuse of the opposite sex in any form. This is briefly what I think we've been doing, and I believe the Minister of Women Affairs will testify to what I have said. And even Pius, who is my very close friend, whenever we meet, we exchange, even though he refused to speak Hausa. Thank you very much, and you are very much welcome.